Welcome, everyone, to our Wednesday devotional, COVID-19 style. I believe this is the seventh of our devotionals in this format, and I hope you're doing well. I hope you are healthy and safe, and I know that here in Louisiana, things got extended a couple of weeks longer, but hey, I think within the near future, things will get better. We'll start phasing back in, and hopefully we will be healthy, and hopefully we can resume a sense of normalcy in our lives. I know many of you have seen pictures on my Facebook the last couple of days about the fact that we got dirt. We got a big old load of dirt. My buddy Armin Bork has delivered a big old load, and on Tuesday, I believe it was, Monday, I'm sorry, Monday, the dirt was dropped, and Mitzi and I and Brianna and Brayden, we spent probably about an hour getting some of that dirt spread. Brayden and I had, I had gone, long story, I got a load of dirt dumped, and I got home excited to spread it and realized I had no wheelbarrow and one shovel. And so I had to get a wheelbarrow and shovel, and had a buddy help me borrow that, and a neighbor helpful as well. But anyway, Monday afternoon, the dirt is there, and we've got a wheelbarrow, we've got two shovels, and Brayden and I are shoveling the dirt in the wheelbarrow. I then roll the wheelbarrow to the spot in the yard where Mitzi and Brianna were spreading the dirt, and so shoveling and spreading. But I will tell you, after an hour or two on Monday, we were exhausted, and looked at the size of the dirt, hardly even could tell any dirt was taken out of it. And looking at how much we got done, it felt like we had got a lot done, and we had to a certain extent, but there was a whole lot more work to do. A bunch of low spots in the yard. Well, I'm working on next day, Tuesday, and trying to get some stuff done, and Mitzi calls me and says, Eric, my mom wants to know if you want her to come over and help us to spread this dirt. And my initial thought was, yes, absolutely. Never want to pass up any free help. And Mitzi's mom is an awesome worker. Then it dawned on me, if Mitzi's mom comes over, then she's probably going to bring her dad with her. And her dad is very helpful, and especially on a bunch of stuff that I have no clue how to do. And I'm thinking that I know how to spread dirt. It's just going to take a long time. Maybe just tell your mom, yes, she could come, but I didn't want him to feel like he had to come over and spread this dirt. Well, about yesterday afternoon, about 4 o'clock, Mitzi and I and the kids had started, and there comes her mama with a rake in hand and a big smile. And I thought, yes, this is awesome. She's going to be a big help. And we start working for about an hour and a half, and things are going well. We're in the backyard spreading this dirt, and next thing you know, Popeyes Lawn Care shows up. That's Mitzi's daddy, in his big work truck, and he just comes out, and he's in his classic opening line whenever he arrives somewhere. What y'all doing? And the kids are like, spreading dirt, Papa. We're spreading dirt, and Mitzi's mom actually had also brought over supper, and we were about to sit down and eat, and he sat down with us and ate, and so I started going back to the dirt, the load of dirt, the big pile of dirt that doesn't seem to be getting any smaller. And I'm thinking to myself, I sure hope he gets up and helps. This would be awesome if he does. And at first he was kind of moving slow. I think he was messing with me a little bit. And he says, hey, you got another shovel? And Brayden said, well, Papa, you can use mine. And so I have never seen that much dirt on one shovel It's amazing how much dirt he got on that shovel, and it's amazing how much dirt he got in that wheelbarrow. And he pushed that wheelbarrow down to the spot, unload that load. I'm telling you, probably at least twice as much dirt as I was putting in the wheelbarrow at one time. So the pace started picking up faster, and he'd go to the spot, unload it, and then the kids would hop in the wheelbarrow, and he'd roll them back to the pile. It's a lot of fun, a lot of work, but certainly some memories. Mitzi and her mama were giggling the whole time as they were spreading dirt along the back fence line, and it was just some great memories there. And here's as I've been spreading dirt the last 2 days of my life, and hopefully this will got a little bit left to do, but hopefully it's coming to an end very soon. Here's the big idea for our devotional message tonight. We're supposed to spread dirt on land, not people. I don't know what it is, but we as humans, we tend to love to spread dirt on others. Why do people love spreading dirt so much on others? I suppose some get some humor out of it. It can be funny to gossip, to talk about others. Spreading dirt on others, I suppose, can make us feel better a little bit in the moment. I think sometimes people spread dirt on others because they're just straight up bored and they don't have anything else to do. And as one, and I'm sure you've heard this before, as one person said, great minds discuss ideas, average minds discuss events, and small minds discuss people. I suppose we've all been small-minded from time to time in our lives. It is a whole lot easier to talk about someone than it is to talk to someone. Now, as I think about gossip, using the definition, a false or exaggerated report maliciously discussed and or circulated about a person. I'm sure some people would say, well, it's impossible not to ever talk about anyone, and I suppose that's true to a certain extent, but we're talking about that malicious type gossip, that's spreading the dirt about someone in a way that is designed to be hurtful and or disrespectful and just straight up wrong. Have you heard of the gossip's dirty dozen? And these are some ways that people start their gossip. Gossip's dirty dozen. I didn't come up with these. I came across this a while back. Here we go. I'm not one to gossip, but did you hear about... I heard that... Isn't it awful? You know, everybody is saying, look, don't repeat this, but I just think it's terrible that... Would you have ever... Don't say I told you, but... Well, the talk is, can you believe that... Let me tell you the latest, and maybe the baker's dozen, Christian gossip version style. Bless his heart, or bless her heart, and then, the folks fill in the blank. Here's the thing, and this might be a bit sobering to think about. Did you realize that if someone gossips to you about someone else, that it's very likely that they're going to gossip about you to someone else? In other words, we need to just kind of nip this in the bud as soon as possible. Many of you have been reading in the Proverbs over the month of April. In the NIV, the word gossip appears several times, including in Proverbs chapter 11, verse number 13. A gossip betrays a confidence, but a trustworthy person keeps a secret. Proverbs 16, verse number 28. A perverse person stirs up conflict, and a gossip separates close friends. Proverbs 20, verse number 19. A gossip betrays a confidence, so avoid anyone who talks too much. Proverbs chapter 26, verse number 20. Without wood, a fire goes out. Without a gossip, a quarrel dies down. And there's one passage in the New Testament that I particularly want you to think about. And if you have Bibles close by, this is Romans chapter 1. And beginning in verse number 29, the Bible says they. Who is they? It's those people who have been filled with unrighteousness and immorality. And if you look at some of the preceding verses in Romans 1, some of that immorality has to do with sexual promiscuity and sexual immorality. And the Bible even talks some there in the section in Romans 1 about homosexuality as well. But Romans 1 verse 29, they have become filled with every kind of wickedness, evil, greed, and depravity. They are full of envy, murder, strife, deceit, and malice. They are gossips, slanderers, God-haters, insolent, arrogant, and boastful. They invent ways of doing evil. They disobey their parents. They have no understanding, no fidelity, no love, no mercy. Now, Romans 1 is filled with the list of things that, as Christians, we should stay as far away from as possible. And sometimes we go to Romans 1 to try to prove to others how evil certain types of things are. But did you know in the same list that murder and disobedient to parents, and in the same list where sexual sins are discussed, there appears the word gossip? It's right there in the midst of all of the big sins that we so often think about. And that tells me that gossip is a big deal, and that it is malicious, that it is harmful, and that it should not be a part of our lives. But look at verse 32 in Romans chapter 1. After going over this long list of things that we need to avoid, including gossip, Paul says, although they know God's righteous decree that those who do such things deserve death, they not only continue to do these very things, but also approve of those who practice them. Gossip fits in that very well. And we need to make sure that we are not only not gossiping, but that we're not approving and participating in these items as well. So I have a challenge for all of us who are tempted to gossip from time to time. Go buy a load of dirt and spread that dirt. I'm kidding. You don't have to go out and buy dirt. But seriously, though, here's a challenge. Next time you're tempted to gossip, whether that's through text or email or even just old-fashioned words, I want you to write it out. Yeah, write it out. Write out the text, write out the email, or if it's something that you're tempted to tell someone in person, write it down on paper. All right? Now, of course, don't send it. And instead of sending the gossipy message in which you're talking about someone, I challenge you, instead of sending the message, to take a moment and to pray to God about the person that you're tempted to gossip about. Are you following me? Don't gossip. Don't send the message. Take a few moments to pray to God about the person you are tempted to gossip about. And then once you finish that prayer, delete the email, delete the text, or shred the paper that you wrote the message in, and be done with it. You see, I strongly believe that it is very difficult to talk to people that when we have concerns. However, I also believe that when we stop gossiping and when we start praying for the person, that we'll soon discover how easy it is to actually talk to the person. Gossip involves talking about the person, but a Christian knows how to talk to the person in a loving, tactful, and in a Christian manner. Stop gossiping about the person. Start praying for them, and I promise you, you'll see how easy it is to start talking to the person. Stop spreading dirt on everyone and start spreading more love and more kindness to those around you. I hope this has been helpful. God loves you. The Church of Christ loves you. And I love you as well. Hope to see you next time. And take care. Be safe. God bless.